What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about something that is making some serious waves in the hobby that you're probably already aware of, but maybe not the extent of its significance, and that would be PSA offers that PSA is giving you when you grade your cards. You can sell them right away to PSA. They'll buy them right off you. You don't have to list them anywhere else. You don't have to auction them on eBay. You don't have to get them sent back to you. You just sell them right to PSA. Now, you might be saying, "Yeah, I knew that was going on. What's the big deal?" Well, PSA is partnered with GameStop, and they have this thing going on with the GameStop power packs, and it allows PSA to pay significantly high prices. I'm talking 85, 90, even 95%. On one of the cards in my recent submission, I got an offer that is $75 higher than the lowest list on eBay and higher than most recent sales. So I'm just going to go through these a little bit and then talk about why this is going on and what it means. The card I'm talking about right here is this 2007 Pop Series 5 inverted back Mew card. This card, they gave me an offer. Well, first of all, here it is. It's the Delta Species Mew, number 3. It got a 7. Not bad. It's got this really nice swirl here. But, PSA doesn't detect swirl premiums or anything like that. And they paid me, if you see right here, $675. I accepted that offer. And if you go to eBay, right, this thing sold recently for $710 on the 28th, $575, $420, $621. Smaller population cards, not a ton of sales. So that's not a bad offer when you look at this. It's higher than 3 of the 4 last most recent sales. But if you go to lowest list, there's the exact same card, granted without the swirl, for $600. So PSA right out the gate offered me $75 more than the lowest list on eBay. So if I were to put this on eBay, I'd have to beat that lowest list, probably $5.99. I'd make the sale, and I'd be making less after fees, far less after fees. You make about 87% of sale price after fees. Plus, if you offer free shipping, you're paying at least $5-6 to ship the card. That's kind of crazy. Look at a few of these, right? Look at I got a bunch of these 10s. I ended up keeping one of them, but I sold several others. The first offer they gave me was $297.49, and then $285.59 on the other copies of the Moltres Zapdos Articuno promo. This is going for $330. They did have this one sale for $502, which feels a little bit, it was a buy it now, feels a little bit impulse. That's not really where the market's at, but $330. 435, 345. Like, I could have made more. Sure, could have made more, but when you take into account fees from eBay, the time it takes to ship the card to me, the time it takes to ship the card to the seller, I do get paid right away, but I have to pack it up, I have to pay for materials. Here, I literally clicked it, accept offer 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times, and I got paid right away. Didn't have to wait. Instant liquidation. Some other good offers. They're paying really well on PSA 9s too. I sold this PSA 9 Umbreon, 83.70. This Pikachu VMAX promo, or it's not promo, it's Vivid Voltage. Pikachu VMAX. I bought this for like $3. Sold it for $71.87 to PSA. So if you can't tell, what I'm getting at here is PSA offers are very good. They're 90%. In the case of low pop cards, this Mew they gave me higher than lowest list on eBay. Go through my sub, PSA 10 Infernape, $106. They paid well on some of these these more niche illustration rares. Paradox Rift, Blitzel, is it? Yeah, Paradox Rift Blitzel. Paradox Rift Minior. These are pretty illiquid illustration rares, and right off the bat, 76.50, 51.30, close to market price for those. So, and even if you look at these PSA 9s, right? This Mill Tank 1663 almost got my grading cost back. Magneton PSA 9 2375. Here's a really interesting one, right? Ends PP up PSA 9 reverse hollow. I graded this as a joke. And they offered me $46.55 for it. This is a card that costs. I mean, it's a reverse hollow. It's a nothing card. I don't know why I got this offer. Are people paying for the meme? Maybe, but like it's a PSA 9. So what I'm getting at is these offers are really good from PSA. And the reason they can do this is because they have this partnership with GameStop to do these power packs. It's basically, if you've heard of Courtyard.io, it's these power packs where you pay $50, for a silver, and you have a 40% chance at a $25 to $35 slab, 30% at 35 to 50, 25 at 50 to 100. So it's gambling more or less. You pay $50, you have a 25% chance of getting a slab worth more than $50. Same with gold. Pay $100, 25%, well, 29% chance of getting more than $100 back. Platinum, you can really go big, $1,000. Gamble it on, right? So I paid $675, or I got paid $675 for that Mew. Somebody presumably could pay $1,000 for a diamond pack, and because there's a 40% chance of a $500 to $750 card, they could get my Mew. That's probably where the Mew's going to go, into the diamond packs. And because there's so much margin on this from GameStop, the odds are they're going to make their money. They partner with PSA, and PSA can pay those prices. So what does this all mean, right? Well, it makes it extremely easy to make money grading with PSA. I don't, I've been selling on eBay for years, for 3 years now, and I've been vending since May of this year, and I would have sold a lot of this on eBay from my most recent sub, and I don't even really I only have a few coming back to me. Um, I have. I'll show you my most recent sub if I can. So this is my most recent sub, right? I only have a few coming back to me. I listed these 9 Victinis to auction on eBay. I put this Paldea Evolved ETB promo in the vault. I auctioned off the 9s. I got a $40 offer on the Gold Star Greninja Celebrations. I'm bringing that back because I think I can regrade it or just hold it raw. Had a big miss on this Paradox Rift Iron Valiant, hit a 7, and then a 9 on this Chinese Arcanine exclusive, which is a really cool card. Would rather sell that raw than take the $165 offer. Keeping one of the Moltres promos, and then, just basically what I'm saying is I would have sold a lot of this on eBay prior to this. Like the Blastoise here would have sold that on eBay or at a show. Venusaur would have sold that on eBay or at a show. Infernape. These niche IRs, it would have sold on eBay. The Journey Together Wailord would have sold on eBay. But this allows me to just sell it instantly. So my point is, I don't even really need to vend or sell on eBay. This is so easy, right? And it's such an extremely great opportunity. At first, when they started giving these offers, I thought it was kind of like when GameStop started buying slabs and the offers were too good to be true, and they kind of readjusted and the offers came down. But once I realized that this is what they're doing with the cards they're buying, these GameStop power packs, and the margins they're making on these, this is kind of crazy. Like, selling to PSA is the easiest, fastest way to make money, and sometimes even make more than if you would sell on eBay. So eBay, you're making 87% in most cases. PSA is paying 90 and up, sometimes lower, but nevertheless, this in a lot of ways is a game changer. I got this submission back, and a lot of the McDonald's Pikachus, but anyways, I got this submission back, and there was like $7,000 in PSA offers. So literally just click of a couple buttons, 7 grand. Probably paid about 1,000 on the cards, about 980 on the submission. That's like 5,000 profit. I mean, it's crazy, guys. Like they're taking all of the work out of grading and flipping. I just sell it right to PSA. It's simple. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna probably continue to vend, but I might just do raw singles from now on and just move my slabs with PSA and auction, or put the more niche ones, buy it now on my eBay. But yeah, there in only a market this crazy could we have something this lucrative and simple. And I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know if these offers are going to stay this good. But man, the fact that PSA is offering like 90% on cards and even paying well on PSA 9s, even paying well on ends PP up, reverse hollow PSA 9. I don't know, guys. I just thought this was crazy. I think it's a huge opportunity if you grade cards. And I wanted to make a video about it. So leave any thoughts in the comments. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Let me know what you think about this. Are you going to sell through PSA, or are you going to continue to sell outside of PSA, listing on eBay, locally, etc.? This is extremely easy. They're taking out all the work. I'm going to highly consider selling to PSA whenever I grade a card from now on. But that's all I got. Thanks for watching, guys. Magnum Mike signing off. Catch you next time.